Hi, I'm Terry and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. I'm going to make a special Thanksgiving card for a special person in my life, and I thought I would share with you how I'm going to make it. I'm going to use the A Little Something stamp set. Unfortunately, this stamp set, which was featured in the holiday catalog for 2015, is going to retire when the catalog retires on January 4th. This stamp set is perfect for so many card ideas and for scrapbooking, especially if you use Project Life. My card base is going to be a piece of soft suede. I've cut it 8.5 by 5.5, scored it on the 4 1/4 mark. That's going to be my card base. And to that I'm going to add a piece of old olive cardstock. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the leaf stamp in A Little Something, and I'm going to randomly stamp on the front of the old olive layer using Versamark. It just adds sort of an interesting touch. And I'm just going to ink and stamp and ink and stamp. All over the front, and I'll show it to you in just a second, just in case you can't see. There we go. Hopefully you can see that the Versamark just adds like a watermark detail to the layer of my cardstock. So that is going to be layered like that. Bring in my snail. Add this on top. And then the next thing I'm going to do is add a layer of Into the Woods Designer Series paper. This paper is also retiring when the holiday catalog retires. So you won't want to miss getting that if it's one of your favorites. This is cut 1 inch by, it might be 1 1/4 inches actually, by 5 1/4, like that. I've got a second piece of Into the Woods Designer Series paper, and I think this one is actually cut 1 inch by 5 1/4, and I'm just going to take my paper snips and I'm going to make it into a banner. I'm just going to angle it a little bit more. Just a hand-cut banner, and that's going to go across the front. Using banners on any kind of project ideas is a great way to use up scraps of Designer Series paper that you have lying around. The next thing I'm going to do is take a piece of early espresso cardstock. It's just a scrap piece I had left over, and I'm going to use my banner punch. I'm going to slide this in. I'm going to turn it around and slide it in again. And very quick and easily, I've created a double-sided banner. I'm going to add that to the front. And now I think I'm ready for a phrase. So this is where my big shot comes in. I'm going to take the Grateful for You stamp. I've got it already mounted on a clear block. I have a piece of scrap Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to use soft suede. Pick it up, stamp it down, and I am going to use 3 different sizes of the tags and labels framelits. I'm going to use the small, the medium, and the large. I'm going to use the small to highlight the phrase, and then I'm going to use some scrap cardstock for the medium and the large. And the beauty of this is we can do this all together. So I will put the phrase with the framelit around it. And then I'm going to have a scrap piece of old olive cardstock, and that'll be for the medium. And then I have a piece of soft suede. I'll just show you what I'm doing. I'm just going to cut up. I can put this here, and then I can do all three at once. Lay carefully the top standard cutting pad. So I've got my magnetic platform, bottom standard cutting pad. I've got my cardstock layers and the framelits, top standard cutting pad. Run them all through at once. Unfortunately, my iPhone decided that its storage limit had reached its capacity and it automatically shut off. So here's the finished card so I can share with you. You saw how I created all the backgrounds. You saw just when the video cut off that I was cutting out or die cutting the layers for my card. All I did was I attached them together with snail adhesive. I put a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals under the soft suede bottom layer and then added it to my card front. And then I showed you how to create this bow using linen thread, and I'm going to recreate that for you. I find that linen thread is very thin and I don't use it that often, but then I had a brainstorm. What if I put the two ends together to create a bow like so, and then used my craft scissors to cut off the bow from the bolt, which is what I did, and then I pressed it onto a mini glue dot and then added it to my card to complete it. For a complete listing of the supplies that I used and the measurement for the cardstock layers, hop on over to my blog, www.nutsaboutsstamping.com. While on my blog, make sure you're a newsletter subscriber. I have free newsletters that I send out each month with lots of project ideas, and you can place an order for the products I use to make this card. Remember that some of these products will be retiring when the holiday catalog comes to an end. Now's the time to get them because they are available only as supplies last. I'm Terry. I'm nuts about stamping. See you next time. Bye for now.